In a dramatic turn of events, police officers successfully foiled a motorcycle theft and robbery attempt. The suspects, who tried to escape with a stolen motorcycle, were chased down by law enforcement in a tense pursuit. Officers fired warning shots and executed a precise vehicular maneuver to stop the criminals in their tracks. Both suspects were quickly captured and detained at the Genting police station. Authorities confirmed the men are repeat offenders involved in multiple robbery cases. They are now under investigation as police continue gathering evidence to ensure justice is served. A police officer driving home with his family suddenly found himself targeted by criminals. But in a split second, the officer drew his weapon and fired back from inside the car, forcing the attacker to abandon the scene in panic. The story of an extraordinary woman and a harrowing armed robbery at a hotel centers on the brave actions of employee Gracie Wilkins, who disarmed her attacker, Corey T. Phillips. This gripping account highlights Gracie's remarkable quick thinking, from skillfully maneuvering the gunman away from her to seizing the perfect moment when his attention faltered to snatch the gun from his hands. In a desperate fight for survival, Gracie pulled the trigger on the stolen weapon, only to discover it was jammed. Phillips was later apprehended and sentenced to prison. The story also underscores an important lesson. Always prioritize safety first, and only confront armed criminals directly if you are certain you have the opportunity to act decisively. Two robbers disguised themselves as pedestrians, waiting for the right moment. As soon as a white car passed, they suddenly confronted a man, threatening him and demanding his motorcycle. But the man kept his cool, cleverly stalling for time without escalating the situation. In the end, his patience paid off, as police arrived just in time to rescue him. A terrifying scene unfolded inside a pharmacy when two armed attackers stormed the store. One suspect moved toward a couple at the cashier, while the other held a staff member hostage. The situation quickly escalated until a male customer, revealed to be an off-duty military police officer, sprang into action. He drew his weapon and disarmed one of the robbers on the spot. A struggle broke out with the second attacker, who desperately tried to seize back the firearm. But the officer managed to gain control of the weapon and overpower both criminals, leading to their swift arrest. While off duty and spending time with a friend, a police officer was suddenly confronted by two armed men attempting to steal his motorcycle. But instead of panicking, the officer responded strategically, momentarily pulling back to assess the threat before launching a decisive counterattack. His quick thinking forced one attacker into retreat, while the other abandoned the crime and fled the scene. A masked man stormed into a shop, brandishing a knife to threaten a lone employee before stealing cash and a mobile phone. As the robber attempted to escape on a motorcycle, the employee and several bystanders intervened, blocking his getaway. Despite the criminal's desperate attempt to fight back with the knife, the crowd overpowered and restrained him. The suspect was then handed over to police custody, bringing the bold robbery attempt to a swift end. What began as an ordinary day in a quiet small town suddenly turned into a shocking confrontation. An elderly couple had just arrived home and were about to back their car into the garage when a man dressed in black, along with an accomplice, moved in to steal the vehicle. But the elderly man was ready, launching a surprise attack on the thieves. The man in black bolted immediately, while the other, panicked and fumbling, slammed the car into reverse. Realizing his mistake, he abandoned the vehicle and fled on foot.